Episode 6. Cash is comfortable. Gold is ancient. Bitcoin is the new kid at the financial dinner table who makes everyone argue. So which one should people trust? Welcome back to TRUTHxAli. Today we are talking about gold, Bitcoin, cash, and how to think about wealth protection without turning into a doomsday bunker guy with canned beans and 3 phones. Because let's be clear, this is not financial advice. This is financial literacy. And financial literacy means learning how money works before life forces you to learn the hard way. Most people are taught how to earn money, but very few are taught how to protect it. That matters because inflation quietly reduces purchasing power over time. Jobs can change, currencies can weaken, markets can swing, and in uncertain times, people start asking, where do I store value? That is where cash, gold, and Bitcoin enter the conversation. Let's start with cash. Cash is useful. Cash pays rent. Cash buys groceries. Cash handles emergencies. Cash gives you breathing room. But cash has one weakness. Over time, inflation can make it buy less. So cash is great for short-term needs and emergencies, but it may not be the best long-term wealth protector by itself. Now gold. Gold has been used as a store of value for thousands of years. It is physical. It is scarce. It does not depend on one company, and central banks still care about it. In 2024, central banks added over 1,000 tons of gold to global reserves for the 3rd year in a row, according to the World Gold Council. Reuters also reported that total global gold demand hit a record 4,974.5 tons in 2024. That does not mean gold always goes up. It does not mean gold is magic. But it does show that powerful institutions still see gold as a serious reserve asset. Gold is like the quiet elder in the room. It may not be flashy, but it has survived empires, wars, currencies, and a lot of bad financial decisions. Now Bitcoin. Bitcoin is different. It is digital. It is global. It can move across borders. And it has a fixed maximum supply of 21 million coins, with the final coins expected around the year 2140. Kraken.com. That scarcity is one reason people call it digital gold. But Bitcoin is also volatile, very volatile. Like, check the price and question your life choices. Volatile. So Bitcoin is not something to blindly buy because someone online yelled freedom with laser eyes. It requires education. You need to understand wallets, custody, exchanges, scams, taxes, time horizon, and risk. Because with Bitcoin, being your own bank sounds cool until you lose your password and become your own customer service department. So how should normal humans think about this? Here's the simple framework. Cash is for stability. Gold is for preservation. Bitcoin is for asymmetric possibility. Cash helps you sleep this month. Gold may help protect purchasing power over long periods. Bitcoin may offer upside, but with higher volatility and higher personal responsibility. The mistake is treating any one of them like a religion. Cash people can ignore inflation. Gold people can ignore innovation. Bitcoin people can ignore risk. The wise path is education, balance, and humility. Do not worship assets, understand them. Because wealth protection is not about panic. It is about options. If your whole life depends on one job, one currency, one bank account, one government, or one investment, you are fragile. But if you build skills, savings, assets, income streams, community, and emotional calm, you become harder to shake. That is what I want families to understand. Money is not just numbers. Money is choices. Money is time. Money is the ability to say no. Money is the ability to protect your family when life gets unpredictable. And this belongs in the new human curriculum. Children should learn the difference between money, currency, assets, debt, risk, and value, not so they become obsessed with wealth, so they do not become controlled by confusion. Here is your action step this week. Do not buy anything yet. Just learn. Look up 3 questions. What is inflation? Why do people buy gold? Why does Bitcoin have a 21 million supply cap? Write the answers in your own words. Because before you invest money, invest attention. This is TRUTHxAli. Subscribe and follow along. Informed today, empowered tomorrow. Free together. Disclaimer: this channel is for education and empowerment only. Nothing shared here is financial advice. Always do your own research and speak with a qualified professional before making investment decisions.